Hi guys. All right, we are getting to the end of the school year, and we are also getting to the end of Junie B. Jones. Junie B. Jones is not a crook. We are on chapter 6. My grandpa's wallet. I kept my pen in my pocket the whole rest of the day. I didn't want people to see it, or else they might tattletale to Mrs., and she would make me take it to the lost and found. I behaved myself very good, because I didn't want to attract tension, that's why. I kept my hand in my pocket so my pen would not fall out. Also, I kept thinking about my mittens, because I still missed those furry guys. I put my head down on my table. Maybe my Grandpa Miller might buy me some more furry mittens, I whispered, because that would be a perfect solution, I think. I raised up my head. Hey, yeah! Then I would have wonderful new mittens plus a wonderful new pen. And so what more can a girl ask for? That's what I'd like to know. I sat up in my chair and tapped on Lucille. Guess what, Lucille? Maybe my Grandpa Frank Miller might buy me some new mittens, and then all my troubles will be over. Lucille did a whoop-de-doo for me. I know it is a whoop-de-doo, I said, real thrilled. And so thank you for your support. After school, me and my bestest friend named Grace rode the bus together. I runned home from my corner like a speedy bullet. My Grandpa Frank Miller was babysitting my brother named Ollie. Grandpa Frank Miller! Grandpa Frank Miller! We got to go to the mitten store. We've got to go to the mitten store, I hollered real loud. Grandpa Frank Miller was in the living room rocking Ollie. He looked funny at me. Go where? He asked. To the mitten store, to the mitten store. We gotta go to the mitten store. I pulled on his hand. Get up, get up. Let's get a wiggle on. Grandpa Miller looked confused at me. That's how come I had to sit down. And I told him what happened at school. Someone stole my mittens, I said. They stole them while I was being brownie. And I didn't even know there were crooks at that place. Grandpa Frank Miller shook his head very sad. I guess you can find crooks almost anywhere, honey, he said. I know it, I told him. That's how come I'm never going to see those furry guys again. And so you and me have to go to the mitten store. I felt in his back pocket. Then I danced around real thrilled. Hooray! I shouted, hooray for your big fat wallet, 'cause you got cash in there, right, Grandpa? Right? Right? You can't grab your grandpa's wallet like that. That's not good. Grandpa Frank Miller laughed. Yes, I do. I've got cash all right, he said. But I'm afraid we won't be able to buy you any more mittens. The mittens I bought were the only furry ones they had left. I bought the very last pair. Oh no. Just then, all the happy went right out of me, because I didn't actually count on this terrible development. Yeah, only we have to, Grandpa. We have to buy more furry mittens, or else what will I even do? Grandpa Miller ruffled my hair. Did you look in the lost and found at school, he asked. I did a sad breath. Yeah, only that dumb thing doesn't work that good, 'cause people don't always turn stuff in. I patted my new pen in my pocket. Trust me on this, I said real soft. Oh, so she's realizing that the pen that she found could be somebody else's, and because she didn't turn it in, they wouldn't know where it is and they would be sad. Ooh, she's putting things together. Interesting. Well, your mittens could still turn up, he said. Folks will surprise you sometimes. Then he told me a story about his wallet. A few years ago, I lost my wallet at the mall. I was sure I would never see it again, he said. I bobbed my head up and down. I know. That's because of finders, keepers, losers, weepers, I said. Finders, keepers, losers, weepers is the rule, right, Grandpa? Grandpa Miller smiled. Well, it might be the rule for some people, he said, but luckily it's not the rule for everyone, because that very next day, when I went to get my mail, there it was. My wallet was sitting right smack in the middle of my mailbox, and not one single penny was missing. His eyes looked happy and sparkly. Oh, see, so somebody was honest and returned his wallet, and that made Grandpa Miller happy. Can you imagine that, little girl? He asked. Someone had the chance to take everything in my wallet, but instead they drove all the way to my house and they put it in my mailbox. Just then, he reached in his back pocket and pulled out his wallet. Look at what I would have lost if they hadn't returned it. He took a picture out of his wallet and handed it to me. It's you and a baby, I said. But that's not just any baby, he said. That's you, Junie B. That's a picture of the first time I ever held you. Oh, that's a special picture. You can never replace that one. He took the picture back and stared at it. The nicest thing a stranger ever did for me, bringing this picture back, he whispered real soft. Then he leaned over again and he kissed me on my head. So what do you think Junie B is going to do right now? Do you think she's going to do anything with that pen? Do you think she'll give it back, or do you think she'll keep it? And what makes you think that? All right, hear from you tomorrow.